It is another Raw video from your favorite YouTube scout, Draft Raw. I am here again. Welcome, and I will be doing the continuation of the 32 for 32 series. Now, this is today's Mother's Day. Yesterday, the day before, May 9th, Saturday, May 9th, I wasn't able to put out a video because I wasn't feeling well. I know I was supposed to be going 32 days straight. I actually tried, but the videos wasn't coming out correctly, and me not feeling well, I needed that energy. So I apologize that I didn't do it the day before, but I am going to do it today to make up for Saturday on May 11th, Monday, May 11th. I will be putting out 2 videos, so that's to try to make up for it, and then we're going to go on from there. So it will definitely end within the 32-day time limit, but trying to do it 32 days straight, stuff happens, so it is what it is. But without further ado, this is the 32 for 32 series for the New York Giants, so let's just get right into it. With that very first pick, the New York Giants selected a guy that I had as possibly my best left tackle in this draft, and that was Andrew Thomas. I think that anybody, if you had Mekhi Becton as the number 1 tackle, that's okay. If you had Jedrick Wells as the number 1 tackle, that's okay. If you had Tristan Wirfs as the number 1 tackle, that's not okay. When I looked at who was the best pure left tackle in this draft, to me it was Andrew. He had the best pure feet. He's it's not like a big time road grader like Mekhi Becton, but he's still pretty good at kicking guys out of the run. And like I said, he's, compare him to Jedrick Wells. They're the 2 most smoothest tackles within this draft. I think that Jedrick is probably more smoother, but Jedrick played on the right side. Even though I think Jedrick can be a left side guy, he played on the right side of Alabama. Andrew Thomas was going up against the quote-unquote best pass rushers in the country. So, all the time. So, this is a situation when I'm looking at a guy like Thomas, and there's no way I can say that he's not the best tackle. I just want to say this real quick as well. When it comes to tackles in this draft, point blank period, when it comes to tackles in any draft, I've actually, over the years, have not been wrong. I'm one of the few guys that, I may have not been a few guys, but I remember back in maybe 2014, I said, let's start with 2013 real quick, and this is going to be quick, so I'm not going to go too long. 2013, I said Eric Fisher is the best left tackle. Looking at it, Lane Johnson is probably the best tackle from that draft, but Eric Fisher is probably low-key the best tackle because he's playing on the left side. Even though it shouldn't be that much of a big difference, still, he's playing on the quote-unquote usual blind side. In 2014, though, I said Jake Matthews is the best tackle in the draft. I thought Luke Joker was going to be a bust, and guess what happened? Luke Joker was a bust. I remember 2 years after that, because 2015 wasn't that good. 2016, I said Ronnie Stanley was the best left tackle in that draft. Look at it now. Ronnie Stanley is the best left tackle in that draft. They're just going further and further, just within the drafts and everything. 17, 18, and 19 weren't that good in terms of tackles. So I didn't feel confident or comfortable saying this guy is he's the quote-unquote best. I feel confident about Andrew Thomas. So I will say this. I think that y'all got the best all-around tackle within this draft. And he should be a stalwart and be able to protect Daniel Jones for years to come and be good. With the very second pick, they decided to go a route that they've gone before. Back in 2015, they chose a safety from Alabama, Landon Collins. He was a different type of safety. This time, they chose a free safety from Alabama, and that's Xavier Mckinney. Looking at my notes, I thought Xavier was very versatile. I think he can pretty much do everything that you want him to do: man coverage, zone coverage, deep range, all that type of stuff. He's just not elite at all of them. He doesn't have an elite ability. He reminds me a little bit of Clinton Dix, Clinton Dix. And they're actually really, really similar in terms of Clinton Dix really wasn't a man-to-man type of guy. He's more of just the zone, deep range zone guy, right? So that's the one thing that Xavier got on him. But they're both around the same height, same weight, and same speed. They both ran in the 4.6s. And I like Clinton Dix a lot more, even though he didn't get a lot of interceptions. And I feel that way with Xavier McKinney. I don't think he's going to be like the natural big-time ball hawk that you want a free safety to be. But I think that he's going to be still a pretty good, solid safety within this league. The only thing is that, like I say, he's a very versatile safety. Even though I keep on saying free safety, I think that he may have a natural position as strong safety as well. That may be the better position for him. Maybe not. Maybe it's not free safety because he does have that natural man-to-man coverage ability. But I think overall, he's still a pretty good player. With the third round pick, they decided to select left tackle or just tackle from Connecticut, Matthew Pert. I'm sorry. Piart or Pert. I don't know how to say his name. Part. Whatever how you say his name. He's a developmental project. He could be a right tackle, left tackle. He's one of those guys. I think that he's definitely more of a right tackle than a left tackle. I mean, at least starting out. Maybe he does have a chance to be a left tackle, but choosing Andrew Thomas 4th overall, you're not selecting him to be a right tackle. You know what I mean? You're going to select him to be your starting left tackle, the blindside guy. But I think that Pert I think he has a chance. I just don't think that this year will be his year. He just needs a little bit more time. And because of the missing of the OTAs and stuff, it may actually take 2 years for him. But I think that he could be a pretty good player within the NFL. Next, y'all decided to choose Darnay Holmes in the 4th round, cornerback from UCLA. Was it UCLA? I forgot what. Yeah, it was UCLA. He's small, struggles with tall receivers, should move to the slot. He reminds me, I mean, I want to say Tavon Young, right? From the Baltimore Ravens, who's the nickel corner that's the highest paid nickel corner in the NFL, right? I want to say him, but Tavon was a lot more aggressive, and so I can't really say Tavon, but it's one of those things that when I see Tavon in the NFL, when the Ravens tried to put him out there on the outside corner, that was, I think, during his rookie year, he was playing the Cowboys. Des Bryant tore him up, and Des Bryant didn't even have that good of a year that year. He tore him up, and it showed that that guy, Tavon, needed to be in the slot. And I think that that's what Darnay Holmes in the situation he's in. I forgot. I'm not sure how many guys y'all got in terms of corners. I know y'all picked up DeAndre Baker last year. I forgot who your other corner was. I should have probably read about that before I did this video. But I will say this. If y'all do got a really good starting corner on the other side next to DeAndre Baker, y'all having a slot guy. Y'all may have more of a formidable defense, especially with Xavier McKinney. And then y'all use a guy like Jerome Peppers in his more natural position of strong safety. So that's what I think about this situation right now. Excuse me, I'm about to sneeze. I told you I wasn't feeling well. The 32 for 32 series. I wasn't feeling well. I do not have corona. Anyway, with the very next pick in the 5th round, y'all chose my favorite guard in this draft, and that is Shane Lemino. Shane Lemino is my favorite guard in this draft. Can't be moved, aggressive, moves well, tough blocker, the best guard in this draft. Run blocking, pass blocking, this guy has it. I don't care what nobody else says. I don't care what the media scout says. I don't care what nobody else says. This guy is the best guard in the draft. And y'all got him. So not only did y'all get the best left tackle, y'all got the best guard in this draft. And this has been a pretty amazing draft for the New York Giants. With the very next pick in the 6th round, y'all chose linebacker from, was it Penn State? It's a blue team. Penn State or Connecticut. I think it was Penn State. Cam Brown. Fast, athletic, that's it. That's all you're going to get from Cam. He's fast and athletic. Hopefully this is a situation where y'all can have this guy and he can be your a big-time player for your team in terms of being able to use his athleticism and his speed, and he can be a sideline type of guy. He can create all these big times. Hopefully that could be with him, but he is a 6th round. So you're not really expecting much from him except for him at least being a special teamer. But he's going to be a pretty good guy anyway. So without further ado, let's go to the last picks. Y'all had 4 picks in the 7th round. And there's one of these guys I like pretty. I really like one of these guys. Actually, two of these guys. I think y'all did a good job in y'all draft, to be honest with you. With the first 7th round pick, y'all chose Carter Coughlin, Minnesota. Trash. And I don't even want to go into it. With the second 7th round pick, y'all chose linebacker from South Carolina, T.J. Bronson. T.J. is a fast, very instinctive, physical linebacker that likes to take on blocks. That's something that I'm huge on when it comes to linebackers. Is that they like to take on blocks, and they can be, very, and he has those instincts to be able to play in this league. I think that he could be a starter for your team, actually, even in his rookie year. That's how good I think this guy is. With the very next 7th round pick, y'all decided to choose Chris Williamson from Minnesota. Big nickel type of player. That's why it was a little weird that y'all chose a nickel earlier, and then y'all ended up. I'm sorry, my nose is running a little bit. Y'all chose it. I told y'all I wasn't feeling well, so y'all chose a nickel earlier, and then y'all decided to choose a nickel again. So I think that. Sorry about that. I had to do that. I think that he may be a really good player for your team, but I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what he's going to be except for a special teams guy. But maybe y'all can carve out a role for him. I think that he does have a chance to actually be a safety and maybe not a nickel corner type linebacker situation. I think he's more of a safety type of guy, but we'll see. We'll see what can happen, what the New York Giants decide to use him as. And with the very last pick, y'all chose Tay Crowder from Georgia. I thought that he was pretty similar to T.J. Bronson from South Carolina. The only difference is that I didn't think he was as physical when it came to taking on blocks. Not physical. I didn't think he was as fast. I had to really look back at the notes. I had to kind of remember because I only wrote as same as Bronson. But there was one thing, I didn't think he was as fast as TJ. But I thought that with everything else, the physicality, the instincts, the taking on blocks was all there. So that's what I really thought about him. And hey, that was the last player in the draft. Anyway, like I said, that was the last player in the New York Giants draft. I thank anybody for watching this 32 for 32 series. That is 32 NFL draft, 32 teams in that NFL draft for 32 straight days. If you want to know about future videos and some past videos, you can look at this. Sorry. This situation is kind of messing me up. You can look at the description box below, and it will have everything that you need. Once again, my name is Draft Raw. I thank anybody for watching. Goodbye.